Savita Valsang and welcome to Statistics Made Simple. In this video, Index Numbers Part 8, we'll learn about the second type of index numbers, that is quantity index numbers. We know that index numbers are broadly classified into three categories: price index numbers, quantity index numbers, and value index numbers. We have completed price index numbers. Now let's define what is a quantity index number. So quantity index numbers, they measure the changes in the general level of quantities of articles in the current year as compared to that of the base year, and it is denoted by Q01. So Q01 stands for the quantity index number for the current year with respect to the base year. To remember the formulae for weighted aggregative quantity index numbers, always start with summation Q1 divided by summation Q0, which is highlighted in the blue colored box. This is important. Please don't forget this. Under weighted aggregative quantity index numbers, we'll start with the first one, that is Laspeyres quantity index number. Here, the word quantity should be specified. If you don't specify the word quantity, then it refers to the price index number. So to compute this index number, prices in the base year P0 are used as weights. So the formula is Q01 of L equal to start with summation Q1 divided by summation Q0, and since the weights are the prices in the base year, multiply the numerator and denominator by P0 into 100. So you get Q01 of L is equal to summation Q1 P0 divided by summation Q0 P0 into 100. The second one is Paget's quantity index number. To compute this index number, prices in the current year, that is P1, are used as weights. So Q01 of P equal to, again start with summation Q1 by summation Q0, multiply the numerator and denominator by P1 into 100. So you get Q01 of P is equal to summation Q1 P1 divided by summation Q0 P1 into 100. Third is Marshall-Edgeworth quantity index number. To compute this index number, the mean of the prices in the base year, that is P0, and current year P1 are used as weights. So the weights for Marshall-Edgeworth quantity index numbers are P0 plus P1 divided by 2. So Q01 of ME is equal to start with summation Q1 divided by summation Q0, multiply the numerator and denominator by P0 plus P1 divided by 2 into 100. Then 2 in the numerator and 2 in the denominator get cancelled. So you'll get equal to summation Q1, and within brackets you have P0 plus P1 divided by summation Q0 into P0 plus P1 into 100. Therefore, Q01 of ME is equal to summation Q1 P0 plus summation Q1 P1 divided by summation Q0 P0 plus summation Q0 P1 into 100. Now to remember the formula for Marshall-Edgeworth quantity index number, it's very easy. Within the square bracket, first write Laspeyres quantity index number without the 100, then put a plus in the numerator, put a plus in the denominator, then write Paget's quantity index number without the 100, and outside the bracket you will have into 100. Fourth, Dobbish-Bowley quantity index number. It is the arithmetic mean of Laspeyres and Paget's quantity index numbers. So Q01 of dB is equal to Q01 of L plus Q01 of P divided by 2. This is the first formula. Then for the next step, what we do is we substitute for last pairs and Paget's quantity index numbers. So you get equal to half within square brackets summation Q1 P naught divided by summation Q naught P naught into 100, which is last pairs quantity index number, plus summation Q1 P1 divided by summation Q naught P1 into 100, which is Paget's quantity index number. Or the last step, Q01 of dB is equal to half. Then within brackets, you'll have summation Q1 P naught divided by summation Q naught P naught. Then 1 plus summation Q1 P1 divided by summation Q naught P1 into 100. So what we have done in the last step is you remove 100 common from both the terms in the second step. So how do we remember Dobbish-Bowley quantity index number? In a simple way, write half, then within the square brackets write last pairs quantity index number without the 100, put only one plus sign, then write Paget's quantity index number without the 100, and outside the bracket write into 100. The fifth is Fisher's quantity index number. It is the geometric mean of last pairs and Paget's quantity index numbers and is given by Q01 of F is equal to root Q01 of L into Q01 of P. Then substituting for last pairs and Paget's quantity index numbers, we get the second step as root summation Q1 P naught by summation Q naught P naught into 100 into summation Q1 P1 divided by summation Q naught P1 into 100. And the last step is Q01 of F is equal to root summation Q1 P naught divided by summation Q naught P naught into summation Q1 P1 divided by summation Q naught P1, and outside the bracket you will have into 100. So in the second step, 100 into 100 is 10,000 and root of 10,000 is 100, and it is written outside the bracket in the third step. So an easy way to remember Fisher's quantity index number is within the square root, write last pairs and Paget's quantity index numbers without the 100, and outside the square root write into 100. Please keep practicing the formulae on price index numbers and quantity index numbers. Thank you for watching, and in my next video we'll find solutions to problems based on quantity index numbers.